And now, the national anthem of Angola.
Well, let's have a look at the refereeing team. The referee AFCON Magalima from South Africa, assisted by Benedetta Wimbina from Malawi. The second assistant will be Petrus Mbingo from Swaziland. Fourth official, Karen Yosset from the Seychelles. So they will be looking to have a good game, the officials here, and all the reason in the world to believe we are in for a great game of football when you consider the quality in both these nations, Zambia and Angola. Zambia powered through the group with a 100% win record, doing away with the likes of Eswatini, the host nation, whilst for the Angolans, they found the one stumbling block, being the defending champions Mozambique, but finished as the best runners-up in the group stages. They look good, did Angola. They've also had quite a history with Zambia in these championships over the years, whilst quite a history they've also had in these championships, and they'll be looking for yet another good showing here in the hope of reaching yet another final. While standing before them is only a Zambian side that's won 4 of the last 8 in the way of these championships. So a Zambian side that's also looked the part in getting as far as they have in reaching this semi-final. And for Domingo da Silva, the Angolan coach, he will be very much aware of the task that lies ahead of he and his side here in their efforts to face the Mozambicans in the final. For Chisimbewe, the Zambian coach here, there'll be plenty of belief in their side here, and for many of them in both these nations, they've come through from the under-17s all the way through to the under-20s here, including the technical team from the Zambians. Keep in mind, at the Region 5 games out in Lesotho, it was these two nations that faced off in the final, and well, Angola walked away winners. Zambia grabbed the silver in those Region 5 games. It's Zambia that gets this COSAFA Under-20 Championship final and or semi-final underway, attacking the left of your picture. Angola, the whites will attack the right. So, both these nations will have players that know each other rather well. What, December, Lesotho wasn't a long time ago, and for many of these youngsters, they'll have memories of that final. where clearly those two nations were by far the best, and he was the star of the show from an Angolan point of view. Brito, back in Lesotho, he's also been amongst the stars of this Angolan side, running into trouble in the early exchanges here. Tell you what, Zambia to have a couple of good central defenders that have stood out head and shoulders, not only in height but in playing style as well, above the rest. Kapi Nzigu as well as Gift Pande have been outstanding, so it'll be interesting to see if this Angolan side can find some cracks in their defense. Now, it is Angola pushing forward here, looking to be the first nation at these championships that scores against Zambia. Nobody's been able to do so as yet in the 3 matches the Zambians have played, averaging a couple of goals a match, the Zambians. Angola themselves haven't conceded all too much, just 2 goals, both of them coming in the match against Mozambique, a match where they will feel they should have at the very least come up with a draw in those group stages. They played so well. In fact, they conceded once to Mozambique and once to Seychelles as well, I beg your pardon. Now, foul out on that far side. The Angolans who finished on 6 points in their group, 3 behind Mozambique, scored the most goals in the group stages of any of the nations involved. 13 goals they were able to score, the Angolans. That makes a statement in itself. And, well, big question is, can they be the first nation to score against Zambia here at these championships? Mpale with the early ball forward, then looking for Chipioka on this near side. Does have pace and looking to ensure that the Angolans have a throw-in to deal with rather than the comforts of a goal kick. That is the signal he is putting forward to the officials then, who felt it should be a goal kick. And thus it is. Or is it? Thrown it will be for the Angolans. Konga, the man to take this throw in, plays his club football for Atletico Petros de Luanda, and who is enjoying only his second showing of these championships is Jose Konga, operating out wide on the right side of defense. Has enjoyed 90 minutes thus far of this tournament. So here are the Angolans here, looking to hold on to it and establish a bit of a rhythm. Antonio with the ball back to Dale. Momba for Zambia, running into trouble. Both these sides struggling to hold on to it in the middle of the park for the time being. Nice intricate passing from the likes of Danielson as the Angolans work it out wide to that far side. Now, here is Bandera. That's the ball down the line to this near side. It's Konga looking for a bit of joy. Nice turn then. Turning into trouble, getting the set piece from Simao. See them have a couple of very good games so far in these championships. Simao has won the set piece here for Angola. Tembo organizing a 2-man wall. Simao will be with the outswinger. Pakshe will of course swing in the in-swinger. Plenty of options towards that far post. All the big men push forward, including Bandera, the big central defender, wearing the number 3 on his back. In-swinger it will be. Well, defended by the Zambians here. Pressure still on. As Zambia struggled to get it clear, and the virtual shot then blocked with Asimao appealing for a penalty. Fonzo with the shot that's gone over. No worries for Tembo. So Angola, the first of the nations, with a shot in anger as we have a look to the ball into that far post. Defensive header across the face of goal. Work needed here in order to get it clear. In the end, Simao, in fact, was looking to pull the trigger, had that taken away from him to the very last moment. Simao, busy in these early stages, closely watched by Chulu. Of course, in Chulu in the left back position and Mutale on the right. But Zambia do have a couple of wing backs that love to get forward and are very much familiar with the attacking third and what should be done depending on the situation. Ngambi, the man to lose out to the far side. Now space to turn here for Simao, is popping up in the central area for the first time in this match. Early ball across. Wasn't a bad ball at all. Brito needed a couple of touches. No, went back in a great area here. Some goal still. Simao now. Numbers in the box. Ball in. It's just over. Brito's head arriving on the blind side. Good few moments these for the Angolans, keeping the Zambians on the back foot. Keep in mind, Zambia, the most successful club to these championships. They are a nation that has won a whopping 11 championships. Closest to them is South Africa with 8. Zambia have dominated for the most part. Angola, in the past, runners-up back in the years 2000, 2001, and 2002, where they reached finals all 3 of those years, but were never the champions. Third place finishes for the Angolans in the last 3 editions, also back in 2013 and 2018, so they've had good runs in these championships, although they will be looking to be crowned champions for the first time, the Angolans. But certainly a nation that is to be respected at the under 20 level here in the COSAFA region. Zambia here with Mbande taking the time. He along with his partner in the heart of that defense. Ball moved into the central areas. It's Kanda with a good ball, then finding Mumba, who's forced the corner here for the Zambians. Now they had to, with a bit of momentum gained by the Angolans, the Zambians for a good few minutes then. Now that they are able to get it forward, let's see what they can do in the front foot. Ngambi is the man that stands over it here. Has scored a couple of goals in these championships. Man who plays for Moza FC. Will be he to deliver the in-swinger. Ball in and the header one. Well, and in the end, the whistle's gone in with both sides fighting over the ball just off the goal line. Decision going the way of the Angolans then. Will be a moment of encouragement for the Zambians that they were able to win that header on the offensive play from the dead ball. course, in Pande, they do have a central defender that loves to get moves started going forward from the heart of defense to the Zambians. Gonda, it is with the ball infield. Kakulo, under pressure, losing out in the end to Chipioga. Won the man of the match award in the opening match for the Zambians in Chipioga. Then was recalled to join the Zesco team to play in South Africa against Royal in the CAF Confederations Cup. Returned early in the week after having come on as a sub in the game out in Durban. Again, they are taking their time before sending the ball upfield here, trying to lure the Angolans out of their defensive areas. Was able to interview Akona Magalema in a radio interview a couple of months back where we spoke of a passion for the art of refereeing. Looking back at this corner, header was one then, and well, came off a Zambian then in Kamwenda, wondering if it was goal bound had Kamwenda not gotten involved. Now, into the center, Bandera. Again, Angola, like the opponents, taking their time before sending the ball upfield. If you are just joining us 12 minutes in here, there's very little separating Zambia and Angola, as both these sides are still looking to get through the early trades in the exchanges and see which of these two nations can, well, push on here to right the early momentum. Early ball forward, asking a little too much of the likes of Mumba. Not just he, but Mutandu as well out in the attack. For Zambia, they do start this match with 4 players that have scored in these championships out of the bench. In total, they've got 5. For Angola, the top goal scorer so far in the tournament, they start off with 4. They have found the back of the net on the field, with another 2 on the bench that have tasted finding the back of the net. Now, here is the ball over to this near side. Chulu using out to Simao. To the back, out with the ball in towards the near post. Beautifully done defensively then. Again, it's a man that's laid down then as the Angolans played over to that far side. Brito to keep it alive, looking for the byline. Going to be quite a battle between Brito and Mutale, one would imagine, during the course of the match. Keep in mind the winner here has a carrot dangled in front of him. That's quite a serious one. Qualified for the Total Energies under 20 Africa Cup of Nations Egypt 2023. Qualified for that. Give yourself something to work towards over the next year internationally. Not just that, use that tournament to try and get to the under 20 FIFA World Cup. So now, yellow card shown here. The first of this semi-final. Good challenge, beautifully done through the legs as Kakulo then lays the defender down for good measure. Zambia with Gambi. Now, to build from the back here, Angola. Keep in mind the temperatures have dropped quite drastically. Looked it up about half an hour before kickoff. The temperature was down to 35 degrees, a easterly wind of 10 to 15 kilometers an hour. There will be possible showers this evening. Humidity today is at 38%. Now, with 60 minutes gone by here, both these sides still very much feeling each other out. Just maybe the Angolans that will feel they've had the better go of it, having spent the most time in the opposition off of the field, able to settle there. And again, not troubled by the long balls at all, but then there's the ball played in and Gambi couldn't quite take it in his stride. Now, ball in then, looking for Danielson, back to goal, then battling against the towering figure of Mpande. Foul it is. To the Zambians to be taken by Wanda. Omutali, I beg your pardon. Man who plays for Power Dynamos FC with the early long ball forward here. Now comfortable are the Zambians as they pulled it out from defense. Mumba. Chivioga started the game out on this near side, cuts a frustrated figure as he loses the ball out to the far side. Well, I mentioned earlier how these sides do have a history, not only in this tournament, having mentioned how close Angola got to a win, 3 occasions where they finished second, having lost as runners-up, 3rd place in the last 3 editions of these championships. Also, 3rd back in 2013 and in 2008. So they really have made it a habit, the Angolans, to ensure they are a nation to be taken seriously. Now, building from the back here is Antigo. Game that's had very few in the way of goal scoring opportunities for those joining us late. Antigo invited forward here in the place for Red Arrows. Same team coached by the coach in Chisi Mbwebe. Again, looks as though the Angolans are happy to allows Zambia to pass it inside their own half. It's where they're trying to get over that halfway line where the problems seem to mount here for the Zambians. Nice little turn then by Shibioka, but he turned into trouble. Now it's the turn of the Zambians to enjoy a bit of momentum of their own. "20 minutes gone by here in the semi-final. Earlier on in the day, at this point, we're beginning to see Mozambique come out of their shell. Frustration here for Simao with the decision going against him. Don't believe Chisi Mbewe also agrees with that decision from the near side official, Benedetta Kubisa. Well, what one did see in the game between Angola and Mozambique was that Angola can be caught out defensively, whilst in attack they are a very troublesome side here that can cause problems for just about any side in these championships. Tembe will need to be quick on his feet here if he decides to come for it. Decides not to. Header, just by the mark then for the Angolans. Another half opportunity for them. Happens to. So often you see those two central defenders drive forward with a couple of yards on the ball before trying to offload it either centrally or down to the sides. Good news will be that the highly influential left back will be able to not only get up and continue with the game, but thoughts about taking the set piece as well. Set piece here. Men push forward. Out to the far side is the Zambians. That will be looking to make something happen. It's from the training grounds here. That quality, the ball in from Chipioka. This is the nation that has taken part in the under-20 Total Energies, the Africa Cup of Nations. And, well, did get gold in 2017, finished fourth in 2019, 1997, and 2007 at the Total Energies under-20 AFCON. Midway point of this first half, you'll remember the conditions have dropped down considerably from the midday kickoff. I say that because at this point in the first game we were considering a water break, which we did have. Now, the Zambians again unable to fashion a clear-cut scoring opportunity. Pull across the face goal and nicely done in getting up to gather it from Dio Yako. so far has been able to deal with everything they've thrown at him between the sticks for the Angolans. Has been the goalkeeper that's been mostly used. In fact, the only goalkeeper used by coach Dario Montero. Now, they were hoping to be through on that far side, but for the whistle. Well, 25 minutes gone by here. It's the Zambians, last winners of these championships back in 2019. They also won in 2016, 11, 10, and 2004. In fact, they had a great start to these championships, did the Zambians, along with Zimbabwe. Battle on the far side, and well, the man who's won it is Mutali. Now, let's skill here on this near side. Good pace about this game here as Brito pushes forward here for the Angolans. Loses one. Does Brito pull over to the far side? Good movement off the ball here. Angola looking to find the back of the net with that shot straight at Jean Tembo, who had taken up a good position protecting the near post. Well, there may be a slight concern or two forming on the Zambian side here. We've seen the Angolans take up some time in the Zambian half of the field. Also have a couple of shots, although none too threatening. Plenty of space initially to turn into then and run into, but nothing came of it for the Zambians. Here's pace again here on this near side, including the 1-2, promising this for Angola, but for a good little piece of defensive play then. Given by the man who came across in the nick of time to deal with Antonio Lopez. Now there's the shots again. It's lacking in power and is comfortably picked up here by Tempo. Approaching the half-hour mark, and well, it's Angola. It's a good argue they've had a better going of it here. Brito isolated, so having no choice but to try and take on that inside defense here on this near side. Now, throwing Joby on this near side. I'm going to have been to the big showpiece in the way of the under-20 AFCON. Like the Zambians have a rich history with the AFCON and under-20 level, but the Angolans have 5 appearances on the continental showpiece. Well, good work out to that far side. Pauling finds the side netting. The only question is, did it come off a defender last? Tell you what, the Angolans will have a chance to send some men into the opposition box here, having won themselves a corner. Now, pulled in, kept alive here. And while he couldn't take any chances, Timbo had to concede the corner as we are going to the half-hour mark here. Things are rather interesting between these two nations. So far to defend this game, neither really having the advantage over the other, although one could argue maybe Angola's had a few moments. Now, entering it will be Angola looking to open the scoring. Smao is the man that stands over it. For a post and a header! Oh, it's a stunner! Stunning header from Domingos Bandera. He popped up with power, with momentum, having started his run on the edge of the box, directed it beautifully onto the inside of the post then. And Angola take the lead against Zambia right on the half-hour mark. Simao getting the congratulations for the quality of the corner, and at that moment they will have a slight water break here. Not an official one, they're just grabbing the moment. The Angolans pour in. Plenty of flights. He's met that well in the air. He is a big man. Is Bandera directed that beautifully onto the far post. And, well, it's Angola that give this game exactly what it needed. An opening goal. There is Bandera. He's a huge man. Well, this will be a tester for the Zambians now, considering they are many people's favorites to reach the final here. Many would have known that this would be a real test for them, and there's still plenty of time to turn things around in this match. Now, Paul played in here. They're looking to extend their lead as they put back into the field of play. Not before. It had gone out for the throw-in. Again, working hard there, Mr. Nielsen. Now, yet to see the very best of Zambia going forward here. It's Bandera again, frustrating his opponent here. Matandwa committed the foul in the ends. Just what this game needed. They are called in as Danielson looks to the movement going forward here from Konga. Good 1-2 between the two players. The ball into the far post needed to be dealt with, and was. Whistle's gone in favor of the Zambians here in this match. So for the Zambians, big question now is, can they find the best pieces of play yet in this semi-final? They haven't been anywhere near the quality we know they can be. Brito, oh now, looked like he was fouled on the edge of that box. Needs to watch himself, Brito. Got the decision here, and gets a talking to from the referee. Yellow card it is for Chulu. Now his first touch is what sets up the moment here for Brito. Across the defender, was in trouble now, and lucky that that didn't end up as a penalty. Now, Brito, having won the set piece, will be amongst those pushed forward. Is amongst the smallest, if not the smallest man on the field here, but does get in for the dead ball situations and has won a few headers in the past. So confirmation of that yellow. That's been shown to Cholo. Again, big men push forward here. Amongst them is Bandera. In swinger, well, going for goal. Had to hold on to it. Then he had some giants coming in on him. Wanted to go for the early release. Frustrated that his teammates hadn't gotten on their bikes to take up positions. Now, Echun. Good challenge. They've really applied themselves well. But the Angolans, yeah, challenge from Antonio. Going into the last 10 minutes of this first half in the semi-final. Now, with the throw-in. Brito, happy to clear. And find a teammate for that matter. Running hard here is Danielson, a little isolated and stripped in the pace department by Chipioka. So, by the way, that first goal scored by Angola, they are the first nation to find the back of the net against the Zambians, first to score past Tembo in these championships. The highest scoring side in these championships so far are the Angolans. They'll be loving the way things have gone here in this second half. They've hardly given the Zambians a sniff, whilst they've caused problems here. They've scored the opener, have had a good number of set pieces, enjoyed time in the opposition half of the field, and they have it here. With Simao playing it in, the bounce, just in the bit of Bandera, back across and Brito, and Bandera getting in each other's way. It should have been goal number 2 for the Angolans. And for Zambia, well, they were in 6s and 7s defensively. Big question. How did Angola not score there? Brito will feel he should have found the back of the nets. Should have been his third, as that bounce gets the better of Bandera. Played back across, finds Brito, and Bandera's in the way. Missed by a huge distance in the end. Here's a man with a couple of goals in these championships is João de Brito. Plays for Atletico Petroleros. Good out running on that far side and good work in keeping up with the run from the overlapping defender. Again, great work from the Angolans here in breaking up the Zambian attack. They haven't allowed the Zambians to establish a rhythm as yet, as we approach the last 5 of this first half. Nicely done by Cholo, but still going nowhere slowly. Good touch. But the whistle's gone in favor of the Zambians here. Man who was fouled is Mumba. Plays for Atletico Lusaga. There's Mumba. Well, that was the fun distance to go. In backtracking, it's still not quite there yet. The referee Magalima still looking to get them to back up as we look back at the foul here committed by the goal scorer Bandera, pushing in the back of Mumba. So for Zambia, who've had very little joy in open play, big question, can they find an equalizer from the dead ball here? Chipioka with the right foot, maybe favored here. Maybe the powerful strike of Chipioka! Click, click, bang! Standing strike from Chipioka. It's good away from Dale. And with 5 minutes before the end of this first half, it's Chipioka with class, absolute class, in finding the equalizing goal.
It's a goal for Zambia, scored by jersey number 10, Chipioka Soga.
Now, it's everything you want. It's got the curl, it's got the tip, it's moving away from the keeper. They have taken a slight touch over the top of the wall, but there was no denying Chipioka the back of the net here. The second of these championships. What a way to get them. What a time too, when Zambia look to be struggling. They do have players that do have moments of brilliance within them. That's a brilliant moment for Chizimbewe's number 10. Mumba. That's long in the middle of the field here. Ngabi with the ball down the line. Good flowing football this from the Zambians until that final ball. Look at the push forward then is Mutale. Ran into trouble, however. Now, forward push. The Angolans as things open up in the middle of the park. That's a good powerful run from Asimao, but his pass left a lot to be desired. They will get the throw-in. Just outside the final third will the Angolans. Bandera. Brito. Time running out here in this first half for either one of these two sides to take the lead into the break. Tell you what, Mozambique will be watching on here, and well, they'll have already known how tough their task was going to be in the final, but now they'll be getting a reminder again with these two sides battling as hard as they are here in this match. Brito with the ball across. Corner. It is here for the Angolans. Have had their chances to stress the lead when they were leading by a goal to nil. Weren't able to take them. And, well, we'll hope to create another here. Remember, the goal scored came from this side. The corner taken from Simeon. The outswinger was beautifully met by Bandera. Far post. They do have big men in there. In Bandera and Luis to the Angolans. Zambia have some height of their own here in a game where these sides are meshed equally, one could argue, physically. Likes of Nziu and Pande have a great height from this Zambian side. When I was added, I should have counted Mutamba onto that mix of tall players, physically commanding players here from the Zambians. There's Nsegu heading straight into the back of the opponent, then seemed to have committed the foul for that battle between he and Danielson. I suspect he's talked himself into a yellow card here and needs to be careful here. Second Zambian to go into the referee's book. Now it was leading with the arm. In fact, it's the elbow into the back of the opponent. Was spotted by the referee Akona Magalima. Wow. End of the half here, and well, one way there's no separating Zambia and Angola, but for the Zambians there'll be reason to worry with the way things started and went for the most part in that half. One could argue Angola had the bit to go of it and created moments as we get confirmation of the yellow card from Zigo, but Angola will certainly feel they should have extended their lead when they were leading by a goal to nil. Zambia finding an equalizer to cancel out Bandera's goal with a special goal from Chipioka. That just what the doctor ordered in the moments just before half time. And well, we look forward to a second half. It's got well, just about the same in the quality of goals we scored. behind the view which we're watching the game here, and there is a bit of rain expected later on in the evening, so it's getting dark rather quickly here, and the temperatures are coming down rather quickly as well. And well, we are ready here at the Samkola Stadium to get the second half underway. A second half where both these sides are no closer to knowing who will play Mozambique in the final. Angola, it is to get the second half underway. They in the white will attack to the left of your picture, while so the Zambians will attack the right. Zambia, of course, in the copper jerseys with the black shorts. Now, interesting first half we saw from these two sides. Angola, one could argue, had the better go-off. Had Zambia will look to improve dramatically in the second half in open play. And, well, as things start here, the challenge comes in. The Zambians hoping for a penalty. Officials not convinced. And Angola first to find the back of the net through a towering header from Bandera for those joining us here in the second half, whilst the Zambians, they had to wait till late in the half to find the equalizer through Matale. Here they are with Mumba, plenty of time, plenty of space, men getting into the box, Paulin defended not once but twice by Bandera. Lost out into Gumenda. His ball too close in the end to Deo Yoka. Well, we expected it to be a tough encounter between these two sides. It has proven to be just that. As we look back at the penalty appeal here from the Zambians. Two physically strong sides coming at one another here. Interesting little ball. Was a little tug initially on Mumba. Good challenge. Well-timed challenge that was by Luis Eusebio. Good touch. Brito now on that far side. Pass asked a little too much over the overlapping defender, that being Gonga, who has taken a knock and fallen into the advertising pause. Then he is out of play, so play can continue with Angola having 10 on the field for the time being. Chulu with the ball forwards. Gathering in is Mutandwa. Mpade. Nice little flick on here. Race on to get onto the end of it. Last touch of the defender. Was he fouled? Yes. Late challenge it was then by Kumwenda. Good call, definite contact between the two. Late was the arrival of the Zambian midfielder. Another foul given away, this time by Ganda, the captain, for the challenge on Danielson. Ganda, the man who plays for Samuel Academy. Third appearance for him in these championships. Mumba, isolated on this near side, needs to pace to get away from the defender. Ball played in then, finds a cover defense there from Luis Eusebio. There's Simao. Danielson to open it up with Brito. Moving the ball impressively here. The Angolans as they look to capitalize down the line until that wayward ball. Quick to win it back as well. Good work from Danielson. Good strong play pushing forward here by Simao. He's done well to get the cross in. Special turn here. Ganda looking for Ngambi. Again, challenges flying in here. And Angola doing their bit to ensure that they make life as difficult as possible for the Zambians in their efforts to try and build from the back.
Substitution.
They are very quick to the ball, and the Angolans very determined in the challenges. Well, Joseph Banda is a man that will be coming on here. Making way is Kumwenda. For those that have seen Joseph Banda play before in the past, the feeling amongst many of them is that we haven't seen the best of the man wearing the number 11 jersey for the Angolans in this tournament. Yet to get an assist or a goal. He was outstanding in the Zone 5, Region 5 games, I should say, in Lesotho. Bumped up to the under-20s from the under-17s and hasn't really shown what he can do. Shown glimpses of his brilliance. They do need him now to be at his very best here and help the Zambian side try and find the lead for the first time in this match. Kanda under pressure. Oh, he's adjusted well, superbly then as he plays it forward again. The towering figure of Bandera is winning just about everything in the air. Brito now. Brito coming in with a solid challenge out on the far side. Is a hard tackler for a very talented attack-minded player is Brito. There is Banda, just on wearing the number 11 jersey. It's Kumwenda that'll make way. Banda still looking to have his first touch since coming on. Man who has also been invited up to Barcelona in recent months for a trial. Now, Angola it is with yet another shot. That's a hopeful one and doesn't have the right connection. This time from Tomilson, Skipanda, wearing the number 80 jersey, sitting deep in midfield is Tomilson Skipanda, plays for the Agosto. There's Banda, nice with the turn, solid challenge once again. They really are timing those challenges well. Got a lot of the ball, bit of the man, left some effect on Banda has it. Is okay and able to continue. Mumba, again losing out to the battle against Tomilson. He's done a stunning job of keeping Mumba quiet as Tomilson in the defensive midfield position. Kakulo finding Simao. Done well, Simao. Finds width on that far side. Brito now on the edge of the box. Space to turn. Quickly, that space was ascended upon by 3 in the Zambian colors. Couple of players down here. One of them is Mpande for the Zambians. He's crucial in the heart of that defense, although the opening is not too serious. Equally as crucial as Simao for the Angolans creatively. Looking back at the challenge that's hurt both men here. Looks maybe a late challenge by Mpande on Simao. Play had been allowed to continue then by AFCON Magalima. So, when you look at the head-to-head stats from these two nations at these championships, back in 2011, Zambia beat Angola with a 2-1 scoreline. In 2018, Angola had the 2-1 win over the Zambians in the third and fourth playoff. In 2019, it was Zambia that beat Angola 3-0 in the semi-finals. And at the last edition, 2020, Angola had the beating of Zambia. 2-1 was the scoreline in, once again, what was another third and fourth playoff. So they do have a history of coming up against each other and, well, meeting in important games as well, it should be said. This another one that will go down in the history books between these two nations. On this near side, Mutale. Tipioka. Pulled into the box, well defended by the Angolans. Foul committed in there as well. Flying header from Pasha. Well, approaching the hour. It's still 1-1 the scoreline between these two sides here. Better from the Zambians, one would feel. Whilst the Angolans will feel they may have had the better go of it in the first half, the Zambians will feel things have evened out quite nicely here in the second half. Really is no separating these two sides. They are cancelling each other out. Bandera. Little flick on then. Nicely done by Kakulo. Ball infield here for Jamilson. Looking for Antonio. Bandera. Panda for the Zambians. And it's the Zambians that very nearly broke through then, and nicely done by Luis Eusebio on the defensive end. Somehow Brito, lovely ball down the line then for the overlapping run, the ball in, nicely gathered by Tembo. Quality of the game is shut up quite nicely of Mutale, finding Ganda. Mumba. Nice turn, super turn from Danielson, looking for the pace of Brito on that far side. He's not only quick, he's strong enough to hold off the defender. Ball in! Flying in for the chance. But unable to get over it is Simao. More like it from the Angolans. Nice combination play between the two frontline players, then Danielson, Brito and Simao. Also Kwanga on the overlap onto the right side, contributing and adding numbers onto the attack. Came from the blind side, then did well to get there ahead of the defender, Mutale. There are good battles all around the field here in the middle of the park. The likes of Joseph Panda finding themselves really getting stuck in with Mumba and the likes of Danielson and Antonio Kakula as well. Little joy for the likes of Ngambi. Chipioka as well is found the going tough. The same can be said for Mutandwa. Yes, Brito. Out wide with Kwanga. Zambia will be making a change in the near future. It's Derek Bulaya that will be coming on. Challenge here, seeing Danielson stay down and looking in a spot of bother here. He's in a fair bit of pain. Is Danielson Magogisa, plays for AFA. One of 5 players in the starting lineup here for the Angolans that play for AFA. Yet to make a change in the Angolans. Already we've seen the Zambians bring Joseph Panda on for Kumwenda. Zambians will be making another change in the near future. Clipping away at the ankles is Kanda. Guilty of giving away the foul. Well, Simao, again, as big men push forward here. Easy for Tembo to pick up here. Panda. So, well, you can tell there's a change that will be made here soon. It's Derek Bulaya that will be coming on here. The Green Eagles man has come on twice as a substitute, amassing 92 minutes so far in these championships. And it's Mutandwa that will come out in his place. Have to pump Mutandwa. A very little joy battling against Bandera as well as Louis Zabio. Now, foul committed on the far side for a shove. Really does get up well, does Bandera. For a big man, he is so athletic and is a great addition to this Angolan side. Simao with pace here on this near side. There's the shove on the back of Chipioka. Foul committed by Gonga. Tomilson with the ball forward. Getting up well, then Mazinziu. Strong play from Tomilson. Number. Bandit loves to push forward as the central defender. Again, it's that man Bandera, who's having quite a performance here today. He initially frustrated with Tandwa to a point where he was substituted. Now it's Bulaya's turn to find the going tough against the big, strong, quick Bandera. Now, men feeling the effects of the physicality that is out there. He's taking a few hard hits as Simao, though that time it was the ball to the midsection that caused a problem from just about point blank range, then blasted into his stomach. Tomilson with the ball forward. There he is now. He's also had a stunning game in the heart of that midfield. Good battle on the far side between Chulu and Brito. Both quick, both aggressive when they need to be. He's a little man, but he's always up for the fight. Paul had gone on a play here on this near side, approaching the last 20 minutes in this final, and well, for Angola, who led first, and saw Zambia find the equalizer. Finally, they're going tougher now in opening up the Zambian defense. So during the halftime break, clearly, Chisimbewe righted a few of the wrongs defensively that were there, but offensively they haven't still posed enough of a threat, one would feel, to the Angolans here, the Zambians. For Zambia, it's all about creating the clear-cut opportunity and burying it if they get it. Approaching a point in the game now where we might start to think of the next goal possibly being a winner. Now, Paulinia could be a chance for the Zambians. Mumba back across. Clearance not the very best. Now, Zambia hoping to find an opening then. Again, it's the big, tall frame in the defensive areas of Araben Bandera that stands tall. Easily amongst the tallest, if not the tallest in the field. It's between he and Pande, who stands tallest. Mumba hoping for the corner. Now, talking to here, Domingos da Silva. Final warning, I do believe it is. Now, pulling towards the far post. Zambians get it horribly wrong with Banda.
Substitution.
So, Angola will be waiting to make their first change of this match. Kakulo is the man that will be coming on. He's a replacement. Mateus Jose. Jose, the man just on. Plays for AFA. Has had 2 appearances and not too much in the way of game time in total, just 39 minutes. So these are 2 substitute appearances. Didn't amass much in the game time. He's going to get a big chunk now to add on to that. Well, out on the field, the keeper's getting a tongue lashing for time wasting. Here on the side of the field, the 4th official is having a tough goal, which is carrying a set of the Seychelles. And again, it's Domingos da Silva who doesn't look a happy man. Now, Zambia pushing forward here, and it's Gabe! Just wide. Once he got the opening, didn't need a invite to have that shot, was always thinking about the shot. It's the 3rd hosting for Eswatini for these championships. Mozambique, the last winners, who are waiting the final as they make 2 finals in a row. Zambia, last time they won these championships was back in 2019. South Africa, who won in 2018 and 17, of course, knocked out earlier on in the day by Mozambique.
Substitution for Zambia. Jersey number 10, Chipioka Songa, is replaced by jersey number 18, Emmanuel Mukosha.
Chipioka has been kept quiet by going out on the far side, will make way on in his place is Mugosha. Emmanuel Mugosha plays for Green Eagles, has scored a goal in his 3 appearances, heading on to his 144 minutes in this tournament so far. Now, Banda, good block from the man just on then, Jose. Keep in mind as the day quickly turns into night here, and it gets darker and darker. The floodlights have been on since the midway point of this game. Definitely are needed now. Demilson continues to have a stunning game in front of that back four. Pandit. Mumba. Banda. Back to Mumba. Solid challenge. That was Antonio that came in with a tackling challenge. The Zambians quickly back onto it here and look to open it up, but the pass is a wayward one. Now, here's some nice touches here until that final ball asked a little too much. Jose. Mumba glides by one, make that two, keeps it moving here. Zambia in a good position here to grab the lead, but for a good bit of goalkeeping from Derioka. Flag had gone up for offside anyway, wouldn't have counted, but Mumba with a lovely move then that he began for the Zambians. There he is, driving forward then, eliminating numbers. Just off. Solid save from Derioka. Came out, made himself big, then did the AFA man. Conceded 3 goals so far, including today's goal in these championships. Banda with the wayward ball, just about rescued then. Play allowed to continue. Gambi was looking for something special. Strong play here from Mumba. Zambia having some wind in their tails here as we approach the last 10. Magosha Edwards with the wayward ball. Simao, he's been quiet somewhat over the last 10 minutes. Fouled by Ganda. Jose. Brito. Need to do better with those deliveries into the box. Magosha, nice little back heel here as the Zambians get a bit of traction on this near side. That should be a card right in front of the referee as well. And card it will be. Was out of position and in a bit of trouble as there was an open highway here on this near side, so had no choice but to manhandle Mutale. And he can be troublesome, Mutale, when he gets in and around that final third. Good goalkeeping from Dale. Poaching the last 10 here. Who scores now stands a good chance of pushing on through to the final. The Zambians have enjoyed it over the last 10 minutes, the way of momentum. It's gone their way. There they are, looking to get the corner. It just seems to get stronger and stronger the later it goes in this game. Huffing and puffing now the Angolan defense. Corner taken short. Went in the box, then brought in too close, way too close to Derioka. The form he's shown today. They need something special to get the better of him. Kong on the far side in search of Brito. Here's Mumba. Good strong challenge by Brito, dropping back. Love that about the number 10 for the Angolans. Superb work defensively. That's top class defending from Pandit. Made it look easy. Denying somehow a look in behind that Zambian defense. There is Brito again. Twice now he's won it back for the Angolans. Helps them defend from the front. Now Simao. Difficult angle, back across the face of goal. Didn't have a man to finish off the move then. That wasn't offside. Offside official is Petros Bingo from right here in Eswatini. Well, Angola will think back to a name I may miss in moments such as this. Ambrosini Salvador finished top scorer back in 2019 with 6 goals, then joined top goal scorer in 2020. 9 goals he scored all in all at the under 20 level, being Ambrosini Salvador. Paulin had a clear from Jose. Straight back to Ngambi. Done too much on it as Ngambi. So it's Angola pushing forward the Nielsen. Tell you what, Simao is taking the hits. Coming for some rather harsh treatments as Simao, as we look back to the foul. Challenge from behind then, it's Mutale. A goal now could be a winning goal. Offside against Brito. That's a tournament played way back in 1983 for the first time, as we are now in the 83rd minute. Flags of Zimbabwe, Zambia, Malawi and Botswana were amongst the nations that partook in the tournament way back then. Of course, with South Africa and their involvement in the tournament, it meant they had to wait till 93 because of the apartheid laws of the country in the time until they could partake in this tournament. But Zambia, first time winners, 83, they won it again in 86. Zimbabwe winning it in 85 and 88 to 90. Zambia then went on quite a run, winning it 4 years in a row between 93 and 99. That's the longest and most successful run so far for the Zambians. Mentioned with 11 titles, they are the most successful nation at under 20 level. Zimbabwe in 6, South Africa at 8, Madagascar and Mozambique on 1. Yes, Madagascar has won these championships, if you are wondering. That was back in 2005. Now, That ball won't be kept alive here by the Zambians. We go now into the last 5 minutes of the 90. Well, for Mozambique watching on, they'll be hoping these two nations push each other right up until the last year and trying to see them maybe get as exhausted as possible before the final in a couple of days' time. Will be a third and fourth playoff as well. Not the first time that as they are talking to about time wasting. Well, at times things are getting physical out there. Feeling the effects of the last bit of contact is Emmanuel Magosha. Green Eagles man gingerly getting back up onto his feet here. And it's a warning for a man on the yellow card who should watch himself here as he continues with this game. Being Domingos. Mogosha, watched closely by Jose. Gambia able to keep it moving. Panda hasn't had very many great involvements in this game since coming on as a substitute. Panda has lost the ball on a few occasions. Wins the foul on that, but still they're looking for him to get involved more in this game, yeah, especially in a moment of this nature where with the dead ball he can come up with something special. Remember, the equalizer from the Zambians was something special from Chipioka in the first half. A set piece that gave Deyoka in your picture no chance of getting on to the end of it. Panda now amongst those standing over it, wondering if the distance is too much to go for goal here. They may look to set up a teammate. In fact, they go for goal here. Got his body behind it nicely, did Deyoka. Mumba left the ball behind. Jose on to the hard-running Simao. Too many touches, nothing wrong with that challenge from Mumba. Dropping back and quickly turning defense into attack here. Mogosha back to Mumba, promising this for the Zambians, but for Bandera's involvement. Has a calming effect defensively. Bandera for the Angolans. Positional play, spot on, great in the air. Well, here's a man that's feeling it physically out there. Simao, he's really been involved in a lot of the battles. The jersey tells you just how involved he's been and how often he's hit the ground. Well, there'll be question marks as to whether Simao can continue with this game now. He's gone to ground once again, and the stretcher will be coming on to help him off. But he has been the victim of quite a bit of the physical stuff out there. Both he and Brito, from an Angolan point of view, both of them the white players. Well, he wants to see more from his players here. Does Chisimbewe. Well, Simao will be getting substituted here from an Angolan point of view. Harry Clins Antonio is the man that will come on in his place. on to the last minute of the 90. Well, the Angolans now, with 90 minutes gone by, will be hoping for a good throw in here. And for the flick on the near post, big men stepping up to the plate then for the Zambians defensively. Jose Brito Danielson. Good 1-2 on this near side. Now they need numbers getting in that box. The ball in. Well defended. Esganda. Mugosha. There you have it. The change will be made now, and Cleanse will be coming on for the injured Simão Pedro, who won't be able to continue. Antonio coming on here. There's for Atletico Petroleo. Two minutes will be added on to the end of the 90. In fact, we've had a minute and some change of that gone by now. Confirmation of that change. It's looking as though there'll be no separating Zambia and Angola in 90 minutes of play.
Antonio.
Panda. Another wayward ball from Joseph Panda. There you have it. 90 minutes done and dusted. No separating Zambia and Angola here with the match referee Akona Magalima bringing the 90 to an end here. And what a battle it has been between these two nations here, with the Angolans first to open the scoring through Bandera in the first half from a beautifully taken corner by Simão, and an equally beautiful header to steer it. Goal was then the equalizer. Was something brilliant from Chipioka from a dead ball, and in the end, in the second half, things got better with both these sides getting at each other's necks, but in the end really cancelling each other out. No separating the quality we've seen from Zambia and Angola here. Both these two strong nations that, well, will have some tense moments coming up in the time to follow. Straight to a shootout. And, well, the brave men will need to step forward here. They made changes, the likes of Joseph Panda and Mugosha coming on from the Zambians, and unable to really change and affect the way things were going out there. Defenders game. This very much was plenty of quality both ways in either defense. And Glenn, Jose amongst those that came on here for the Angolans, and still they found the going tough. Good game of football, however. Good quality on both these sides here. As well, they'll be looking to get their spirits up here for the difficulties that lie ahead. And the Zambians will be gathering in prayer in the moments leading up to the next phase in this game. The officials already in the middle of the park, waiting for the names to be presented. Well, they certainly have been in the battles, but the Zambians. It's been a tough ask for them. Did well to come from behind to level matters, but we knew this was going to be extremely tough between these two nations. Men such as Dio Yorka and Tembo will now have a chance to be heroes between the sticks. Now the two captains now will be stepping forward here to meet the officials out in the center circle. These will be nerve-wracking moments for all of those involved here. Pressure will be on the kickers. Side has been chosen. And I think it's the Angolans that will kick first here. If, well, my reading of the body language of is there anything to go by here? So, 5 will step forward on either side here and look to get the advantage for their nation. 5 brave souls, it need be said. Well, then let's get their spirits up here before stepping forward. Will the Zambians as well as the Angolans. From the Angolans is Lopez, the captain. Tembo. As well as the York being reminded of the rules. So Lopez, the Angolan captain, the first to step up here. And well, he will be up against Jaban Tembo, the man from Red Arrows, who conceded for the first time in this tournament here in this match. Angola looking for the advantage. Angola get the advantage. Nicely done by Lopez then, sending the keeper the wrong way. Well, he chose to kick first. Did Lopez, and in the end he's shots. That's of a confident man. And getting Angola off to the bright start that we're hoping for. Well, the Zambians will see Pandit being the first to have a strike here, the central defender. Played every minute of these championships and finds the top corner. 2 perfectly taken penalties from both the Angolans and the Zambians here. Even the keepers no chance. That's confidently done by the central defender. Just the starts both nations would have been hoping for. As we look back at Mpande's strike, no keeper in the world would have gone to that. Now, Angola denied. Good save here by Tembo. And the man that's denied is Luis Eusebio. The central defender stepped up, went to the keeper's right, and a good solid save then from Jaban Tembo. We've got a good strong hand onto it. And it's pressure on Angola. Another central defender stepping up here. Happy Ntsigu. Will Ntsigu be a happy man after giving the Zambians the lead? Or will it be Yoko's moment this? Ntsigu against Yoka. Beautifully done. It'll be a retake. No. He just stood there and watched. Did Ntsigu. Confidently done. And pressure on the Angolans. Then the two central defenders from Zambia have come up with two quality penalties here. One in each corner on the left and right. Now, Angola need to convert this, and wow, that's beautifully done. Bottom corner by Ari Cleanse, who's just come on as a substitute before the end of a normal time. So Gabi is the man stepping forward here. Zambia still have the advantage. Looking to lead 3-2. Keep in mind the Angolans were first to take a penalty. Luis Eusebio missed their second penalty. So here's Gabi. Found the back of the net. Confidently done by Gambi. Has scored a couple in the group stages here in the semi-finals. Found it going tough in finding the openings, but from the penalty spots, no problem in getting the better of Yoka. Jose on his assault and misses. Problems for Angola. Real problems made real good here. First denied by Tembo. Now the miss from Jose. Stepped up and with the instep went high and wide. Keeper against keeper. Scoreless and Zambia through. Tembo up against Yoka. Tembo stepping up. Yoka denies him. Well, the drama continues in the shootouts. Wow, did Yoka. Just right. Got down low. Strong hand onto it. It won't end just yet. That's a good save. Meant a lot to Yoka. Giving his teammates a lifeline. Question is, can they take it? Misses this. That's it for Angola. Stepping up. Oh, it's denied by Jaban Tembo. The hero for the Zambians. Missed one himself, but there to save his second. And after Angola had missed another, it's the Zambians that march on beyond Angola, converting 3-2. Tembo, the hero. out. Tembo
Final score.
is the hero. Save two, and they missed the Angolans. He was also denied by Adeoka, was Tembo. And well, you can see how heartbroken young Damielson is then, especially after the game he'd had. Celebration for the Zambian side here that marches on to the final to face Mozambique. The supporters very much with them in joining them in celebration. We know now who will face Mozambique, looking for their first championship. Zambia will come out in search of their 12th. Plus, it's a place in the Africa Cup of Nations for the Zambians, let's keep in mind. Converted through Mpande, Tsigu, and Gambi. Tembo, so he's denied. The man of the match then, in tears here, is a man that scored and had a lovely game then, Bandera. He emotional as he's handed over his man of the match award here. And well, one feels he's paying here. Domingos Bandera, after the performance he's had, he will have to settle for a possible third or fourth spot.
State final. South Africa versus Angola.
The man of the match in tears after the disappointments. Mr. Aloba Musenga, the COO of Eswatini Mobile, handing over the man of the match award. And well, it's an emotional moment for a man who's had a stunning game in Bandera. And for the Zambians, they have a final to look forward. Wow, what a tournament is for them. Amongst many best favorites, the Zambians here in this tournament. Angola gave us good at that, came second in their group here. And really, they put up a good fight against the Zambians. In the end, after it ended 1-1,